to be doing. Hi, welcome to Delicious Dining, and today we are going to be making wine biscuits. And we have Tom here, who's a friend of mine, and he makes his wonderful, delicious wine biscuits. So he's going to be teaching us how to make wine biscuits, and you will be very satisfied. Today we will be using the all-purpose flour. We'll be using regular sugar, some salt, some baking powder, and we have the extra virgin olive oil, which, because olive oil is so expensive today, we're going to use a little bit of this and some of this to cut down on our cost. And also we are using the Carlo Rossi Burgundy wine, which he prefers, because this is his recipe, the wine, because you prefer this wine because of what?
The only kind that was in the recipe that I got from my mother-in-law.
That's why, and that makes it his special recipe. We do have an egg that we're using for this, but that's for the egg wash. And right now, Tom is getting the flour ready.
All right. The recipe calls for 5 cups of flour.
5 cups.
To begin this recipe.
What's our sugar?
Now we're going to take a cup of sugar.
So we got 1 cup of sugar to that 5 cups of flour.
Now we got 3 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2, 3.
A lot goes in this big bowl. But when you make wine biscuits, this isn't something where you just make a dozen. He makes many. Just like a bakery.
We take a 1/4 teaspoon of salt with that recipe. Now we got to stir in all these ingredients into the flour. That takes a few minutes. All right, that should be pretty good.
Perfect.
Now we're going to use a cup of wine.
1 cup of
Carlo Rossi Burgundy. Now we're going to use 2 kinds of oil. One is the Mediterranean blend, extra virgin olive oil with 20% olive oil, and the rest is sunflower oil. We'll use a 1/2 cup of that because we're saving money here.
We are. The extra olive oil, which this brand right here is a lot more money than what he's using right now.
The only problem with this is I can't see shit.
What are you supposed to be using of this?
1/2 cup of this.
1/2 cup. All right.
This is the Violi.
The Violi, and that has the sunflower oil in it. So, because it only contains 20% of the olive oil.
All right.
He's just saving us some money. And how much?
And we'll know another 1/2 cup, and we'll make it 1 cup total. All righty. Now we don't need these anymore for a while.
All righty.
Now we pour in the olive oil on top of the flour and stuff that's already been mixed. Well, we got to save this because there's some residue left in here.
Oh, okay.
And the same thing with the wine. We pour in the wine.
Wow. Beautiful.
Now we take our spatula.
A lot of stuff in
The wooden spatula I use, wooden, because it's strong. And we mix this up. I don't know if you can get a good shot of this.
The mixture that he has going.
Mix here.
Yeah. Now, when you make your wine biscuits, do you always use your same bowl?
I always use a medium bowl. It doesn't have to be, it can be pink, black, red, blue. It's just that I have a pink
All
one.
colors matter.
That's right. I have a pink one. You're gonna stick our hand right in here. And we gotta push it down.
Need that good.
Gotta get all that flour mixed in there. And I use the fist method to push it in.
You get right in there. Mix that up.
And use the fist method to push it down. Get everything, all the flour chunks.
And take all your anger management right out on this wine biscuit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta wash this thing now.
All right, you wash this off?
Oh, yeah, you can use a sponge or...
All right. Got it.
This is what it looks like after we roll.
Beautiful.
After we put it in the bowl. So we put it back in the bowl. We'll give it another little quickie. And depending on what size that you want, you pick a little bit of dough. And I'll give my assistant some dough.
All right.
And you roll it like you were doing a meatball.
Maybe my board is too wet still.
You put a little flour on it if you want.
Yeah, good idea.
And you wind up with a little ball like that.
Mine's is a little whiter because I added
You
flour.
can do it like that, yeah.
All right.
All right. Now you just roll it out. So I start with one hand and I give it to two. And you can make these any size you want.
As long as it stays together, right?
The longer the rope, the bigger it's going to be. But I take a little bit off on the end. And what you do is you loop it like so.
His is going to come out better than me.
Oh, yours is still a little thick.
That's too fat?
Does it look like this?
No, it does not. Mine's is a lot longer too, though.
Yeah, well, you take some of the ends
Just take some off?
like that. And you can roll it some more. Right?
Better.
Right? Now what you do is you take this corner part and the one on the top and you twist it.
Wait, how did he do that? Like this? Mine don't come out like his, but we're...
And then you bring it around to the beginning. So it looks like that.
Mine don't come... What do you think?
Well, I've been doing it a long time.
I know, see?
And I put mine here, and she can put hers here.
Oh boy, we're going to know.
I usually put 24 on the board.
24 and on a board.
So you can take a little bit. You can take a whole bunch if you want, but you're only going to use a little bit. So I usually do is I take a little bit like that.
So this is the process that takes some time. Rolling all your biscuits. So you got to roll these up. Boy, and if we had commercial breaks, this would be the perfect time that we could take a pause and we can come back after we have some rolls.
All right? See how fat that is? But you can keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want it uniform. You can make them a little bit longer if you want on this. You can just twist it like so. and put that aside.
Oh,
and
I
that'll be
get
a
it. Then you
wine
use that-
stick.
Oh, yeah. Or you can line them all up and then twist them. That way you know what size they're going to be. Correct.
But notice how big that is.
See, I don't like this one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to redo it because we're not making a stick.
No, we're not. So
Put
it's
some Crisco and rub it on your pan, on a sheet pan.
the oven is preheated at 350 right now, and he's using Crisco for his cookie sheet. And we're still in the process of rolling because I'm learning to roll, so it's a little bit of a process. He can whip them out in no time. It's me that's causing the little delay. So he's using, I just asked him, when the camera was off, if you could, I'm a fan of parchment paper with cookies, but this is his recipe, and he's doing it. My mother used to use Crisco too when he cooks. He's using Crisco to coat his pan. And we still have lots of batter left, and we're still in the process of rolling. We have like 24 rolled right now, and we're still going, but he's putting them on his cookie sheet now and getting ready to go in. How many do we usually put on a cookie sheet?
24.
24 is going in this one. So right now we have the 24 on the Crisco pan that he just did, and he's doing the egg wash right now, which you're going to take one egg. He had a separator that he cannot find right now because he had guest here on Christmas Eve. So he's just going to take the white of the egg and separate it himself, which I would probably make a disaster with, but he's doing pretty good, and he's taking the yolk out of the egg.
I just want to use the white. If a little yellow goes in there, no big deal. And now we just brush it on.
So he's just brushing that egg white onto his wine biscuits.
There's two different sizes because I got a substitute ruler here.
So after he's done with this, they're going into the oven for 350 for how long did we say? Like
27 minutes for me.
27 minutes in his stove.
I have an electric stove.
Gas stoves might be
26.
26. So, keep your eye on your biscuits between anywhere between.
It's got to go on the top rack also.
Top rack.
Open my oven.
Yes, sir.
And you can see it's on the top rack as far as up as it'll go.
I'm just spotting him. And there we are.
And we set the timer for 27 minutes.
27 minutes, and we'll be back with our finished product, and we'll do a reveal. So welcome back to Delicious Dining, and we have our finished wine biscuits. He's got a lot of them. We did what'd you do, a couple of sheets of these?
Yeah, we did 45 of them.
45 wine biscuits. So they look delicious. They smell delicious. It smells like a bakery in here right now. So we're going to taste, and they're still warm. And they were in there for about, 27 minutes, like I said.
27 minutes I put them in for. I checked them and put them in for another 2. Because we want to get the bottom of them nice and crispy on the bottom.
These are incredible. These are absolutely delicious. Again, oh, hi, Myrtle. Thinks it's a biscuit for her. And don't worry, she'll probably get some. She'll probably get the old batch.
And I also found out instead of an egg wash, you can use butter. Melted butter as an egg wash.
We even experienced during this. So thank you. Please like, subscribe, and thank you, Tom, for having me here in your kitchen to do Delicious Dining.
And here's my
Try
baby.
these wine biscuits. They are delicious. You will be satisfied.
And here's another customer.
And he'll be eating the old ones. Bye. Us Irish people just drink the wine. It's not bad. It was pretty good. This kid's cutting me off here. He's cutting me off. He wants me to work with this. I gotta work with this all night long.
Yeah.
Has to do with dealing with a cameraman all day. Damn. Well, not bad.
Oh yeah. Cut down on the ball.
Cut down on the bowls.